It's been a while when we released our first video about E46 drift build, and we did it. I will try to tell you a little bit about the build, what we did, and what was done, and what we have used. And you can guess. Will you stop making noise with your fucking construction? He's building his own place right now. You can see his wall's gonna be made out of the carton. So yeah, great. But getting back to the build, you should see some multiple damaged places and spots that it was driving already, and this is the end of the season. We didn't make the video about progress and etc. So we finished the build. The owner took it to the event very first, and yeah, something wrong happened. As we didn't release the first video and we didn't disclose it, this car is using 8 HP gearbox with turbo-lamic TCU, and during the first event the flywheel broke to the pieces, and we don't know why this happened, but we believe that it was damaged before because it was not new. So after that first event we have replaced it with a CNC, with billet one, so now it's not gonna break. If something gonna break, it's gonna be Apollo. What are you doing? Inspecting the build? Everything is alright? So this French drifter wants to try it by himself, as you can see. But getting back to the build, as I said, 8 HP, broke down, now it works. We still wanna make it better. We want to work with, excuse me, with Rasmus from Sweden, I believe. Sorry, Rasmus, if I'm wrong. He helped us with tuning the gearbox, but we still want to improve the gear shift, but maybe we need to get to some event where he could be located and he could try it by himself and tune the gearbox a little bit better. Talking about the rear end and what we did here, so this is version number 2. We have Instagram reel where you can find how we built this custom radiator, and we attached F30 fan to it. The old radiator was working okay, old fans were working okay, there were 2 SPAL fans, but this fan is PWM controlled, so it means that we can have variable speed and make it work not just on and off. It works constantly and the way we want it, with increased power, blah 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 blah. Works super efficient. We have separate coolant tank, the expansion tank down below also, so 2 tanks. This tank is still left over from old radiator, because we had the cap on the radiator before. We didn't have the high pressure tank, so legacy. Why we changed the radiator is because the previous one that we used was provided by the owner and it was shitty quality, and the problem with that radiator was that it expanded like almost twice. So the size was the original one was almost half the size of this one, but after expansion it was almost identical, so you can imagine how it looked like. That's why we changed it, and now this works perfect, and we are super happy. Totve, alright? Yeah. He said yeah, if you didn't hear. He's just starting to live here, and he's preparing his room, his bed, and etc. because we're gonna have some new projects for the next year, so he's gonna spend a lot of nights over here. Yeah? Talking about the interior, we have sparkler seats for the passenger. Also, we have our 3D printed keyboard holder, the dashboard, the fiberglass dashboard. It was flocked, so it's not shiny. It was the request by the owner. Also, we have window vents and additional blower for the window. We are not doing that for our builds, but we did for this by the request of the owner, because his request, he was thinking that he was gonna use that during the winter. After he saw the way we built it and the quality of the build, he said that, oh no, I'm not gonna use it during the winter. I just don't wanna ruin it. So yeah, we are not using the extinguishing system. We have just fire extinguisher here and that's it. There's a little bit of mess of wires over there because during the event we had some issues weekend before. We tested this new radiator and etc. And yeah, that's why we have this spaghetti monster over here. It's just one spaghetti monster of 2 USB cables. So it's not the wiring harness itself. The wiring harness itself is built by me. And yeah, we have everything here, custom made, wiring harness, firewall connectors, all this stuff. For wiring harness we used mil-spec wiring, Tefzel, so it withstands the heat better. So yeah, we can take a look into the engine. Oh, I need one handy tool. This is our handy tool for the hood. We use that every time and it's super helpful, as you can see. So, talking about the engine. The engine was provided by some guy. He built it for the owner and he sold it with his own setup with some cheap, I'm not gonna mention the brand, turbo with his own made intake manifold that was made out of stainless steel. We had problems with that. The original valve cover, the plastic one, it melted. So at the beginning of the build there are multiple issues with different stuff, and at very first we were not able to reach the numbers of the power that the owner wanted because of his setup, the small turbo, of everything. And yeah, there was lots of cheap components that was fine for the street use, but it was never meant for the motorsport or drifting. That's why we had to replace a lot. So now we have Pulsar turbo, we have our made downpipe, we made the exhaust. Also, at some point, the turbo had a small, cheap air filter. That's why it was fitting over here. But because of the problems with intake air temperatures, we had to change the positioning of the air filter. We had to remove the lighting completely. We just wanted to keep the headlight so we can have, you know, everything clean and stylish. So we have two radiators, oil radiators, one for the engine and another one is for the gearbox because it's 8 HP, it requires the cooling. At some point we had to replace the intake manifold because the old one, like I said, was made of stainless steel. It was heat soaking and all the stuff, and the runners were really small, in equal length, and everything here right now is the way it should be. Additionally, what we did, we have replaced the intercooler to the bigger one, where the one was used by the owner before. What we did, we took Mishimoto intercooler, we cut off the one side, changed the direction of it, so the efficiency is much better. And we have also the flaps inside that make sure that the air not just going straight up immediately, but it splits. So yeah, it was still not working. We still had problems, so we were thinking what to do. And for the last event, we decided to install two fans, additional ones, on the intercooler to cool down the intercooler because, as you can see, for E46, the location of the intercooler and vents and everything is not that good compared to E90 or E92. So we needed air. And additionally, what we did, we took the exhaust manifold, the turbo manifold. It's also what we received. It was a cheap one, so we wanted to wrap it into heat shield, but the quality of the turbo manifold is not that good, so we were afraid that it's just gonna eat itself. So that's why we wrapped it into thermo this thing, and other parts we heat shielded, also the pipe for the wastegate. Yeah. So now everything is not burning as it was. And yeah, so there could be better. Everything always could be better with better exhaust manifold, with different position of wastegates, with a T4 rather than T3 hot end of a turbocharger. We could have better results, and right now the wastegate position is like the worst could be, but there is no other way what we can do. So we will see after this season what we're gonna do. The owner still gonna decide, and if he wants to keep the engine, maybe we will change the exhaust manifold and we will push the turbo a little bit back, because this is for street setup and requires the space for all of our stuff. But for the drifting and for the sport, we could move the turbo over here and save space and not burn the valve power, all the stuff. There are places for improvement, definitely, but we will see. Most important part, we are not using water pump, built in. We are using EVB 150, so you can't see it. It's under the car, and yeah. Everything so far works great, better than we thought. Talking about the body kit. So the body kit was provided for us. We didn't build it. It's fiberglass. It was amazingly bad quality, and Toto spent lots of time making it look as it looks right now. Even with multiple crashes, it's still in one place because Toto just put the parts together and fixed it. So yeah, we were joking together with client that the spoiler should be the very first thing that should be beaten, but after all the crashes, it's still in one piece. Great success. And from the style and from the livery, I bet you can see, where the idea came from for the owner of the car, because he's a rally driver and he's really good at that. And drifting is completely new for him. So this is just for fun. He just wanted to learn new things and to try it. He understood how different is turbo setup when you need to keep the spool and etc. And when turbo setup on rally cars has the low end the spool really fast and there's nothing on the top end, which with drifting is completely different. So you have to keep the turbo spooled all the time. Getting back to the body, so it's all fiberglass, the whole car is painted, and all windows are plexiglass, so on the windshield is normal glass. And what we built for this body and for this car, the doors, huge pile of shit. When we were closing the doors, it was staying like this and like 2 centimeters gap between the body and the window. So what we did, we cut off that piece and scanned and designed these carbon fiber window frames, and they are detachable. We just remove these 4 handles and we can remove the window completely. So during the hot day, it helps. The only problem is that the owner of the car is a rally driver and he has open helmet, so he's not allowed to drive with windows removed, and he's not planning to buy the closed helmet just for this. So but we did what we decided was the best, and he's happy that Windows works as it should without leaking water and everything inside. It's definitely leaking a little bit because it's really impossible to make it as OEM one, because Windows slides in and closes the gap, and still cube is leaking water. Every single cube is leaking water, or cube. I know, I don't care. So yeah, talking about the suspension, front and back uses individual racing parts. Suspension, front version 2, tubular kit, and in the back everything is like standard. Talking about the shocks, it has field suspension shocks, and yeah, the rear differential is from M3 E46. The drive shafts are custom made by us, so it holds pretty good, and we are pretty happy with it. So yeah, I know there are definitely places where we could improve and what we want to change. For example, brake fluid tanks and things like that, because these were provided by the owner and we just kept it. But we would go with a smaller, more compact version of Tilton. So yeah, if owner gonna drive this car next year, we're definitely gonna do some improvements for the car, and to make sure that there are places that we want to be better. I believe Danielus added some footage from the race event, and if not, here you can see for the end of the video how drifting in Pro 2 looks like in Lithuania. See you.